Hey everybody, Sean Hatzel here, the owner of Get Lean and 12 and Stubborn Fat Expert for people over 35 years old. And inside this video, I'm going to talk about 5 different ways that you can use to kill hunger and cravings. And I think this is probably one of the #1 roadblocks for people in their quest to lose belly fat, live longer, and stay younger, is fighting off hunger and cravings. And in the last video, I talked about when you experience a hunger pang or a craving, or you're in a fasted state, your body is utilizing and maximizing all the hormones that you want it to burn belly fat and preserve muscle tissue. Your metabolism will not slow down. So in the last video, I talked about how ghrelin, which is your hunger hormone, releases growth hormone. Glucagon, which is your blood sugar hormone, helps use fatty acids from tissue to burn more fat. Adrenaline is released when you're hungry or in a fasted state. This is a precursor to stimulating the hormones that actually are responsible for helping you shrink fat cells. And then lastly, insulin's flatlined when you're hungry or in a fasted state. And this is an indication that your body's in a perfect spot to utilize fatty acids from fat cells as energy. Now, the problem with being hungry or in a fed state is that we want to eat something. And 5 ways that you can control your hunger while you're in a fasted state, or when you're in a fed state and you have hunger pangs. Remember, this is a good thing. It's an indication of all this hormonal impact taking place. But 5 of the best things you can do is drink tons of water. You can have sparkling water, carbonated water if you want. Just make sure, obviously, it's sugar-free and it's not loaded with chemicals and preservatives. Coffee is your next best bet. I recommend black, especially if you're in a fasted state. But if you want to add cream, you could. I would just make sure it's like some organic cream. The third thing is green tea or other healthy teas have been shown to suppress your appetite and also will help with hungers and cravings when you're in a fasted state. And then bone broth, which is my favorite. This is an awesome anti-inflammatory. So any type of broth is fine, but I highly recommend bone broth. Just make sure it doesn't have any calories in it or very minimal when you're hungry or in a fasted state. And then the last one is chewing gum. Just make sure it's sugar-free. Research has shown that people who chew gum actually lose more weight than those who don't. I'm not a fan of chewing gum. I don't like the chemicals in gum. It kind of gives me a headache because I'm constantly chomping, but it is something that can help you ward off cravings and hunger. So hopefully this gives you a snapshot of how to deal with hunger and cravings, because the solution is not to go eat more. Remember, eating every 2 to 3 hours does not speed up your metabolism. Fasting for 12 to 16 hours a day does not slow down your metabolism. These are myths. In fact, I recommend that you fast for 12 to 16 hours, at least 4 or 5 days of the week, to get all these hormonal benefits. And then during your fasted window, you can just use these 5 methods to overcome the hunger pangs and the cravings. And then remember, psychologically, when you experience that, just keep your eye on all these hormones and what's really taking place inside your body. It's very beneficial. Now, the #1 thing that you need to learn how to do when you're in a fasted state or when you're experiencing hunger and cravings is how to exercise. This is the perfect spot and the perfect time to engage in a high-intensity exercise session, is when you're in a fasted state or when you're feeling hunger pangs, because your body is going to release more of the hormones that will help you burn more belly fat. And somewhere around this video, I put a link you can click or tap. It's called the Over 40 Stubborn Fat Sequence. It's a free report that you can download. You just have to go to your inbox. If you don't see it there, check your spam folder. And inside this free report, it's specifically designed for the hormonal condition of people in their 40s, 50s, or 60s. So if you're over 35 years old, you're gonna wanna get your hands on this report. It's gonna show you a 12-minute protocol that can elevate your metabolism for up to 48 hours after you're done. And when it's performed properly, research shows that can actually increase growth hormone 400 to 700%. Now, if you got something on this video, do me a favor, like it and share it. I appreciate you taking time out of your busy day to check this out, and keep going strong.